Your house is about to get a serious Halloween upgrade. Forget the sad, flimsy skeletons and the same old pumpkin decorations. This year, we're going for it. I went on Amazon and found the most viral, spookiest gadgets I could find, the ones that are flooding your social media feeds. But are they actually worth the hype? Are they genuinely bone-chilling, or just a total bust? Stick around, because we are taking this year's Halloween setup from basic to a legitimately epic masterpiece. The Scarefest starts right now.
What is up, my fellow Halloween fanatics? Welcome back. You just saw a little peek of the absolute madness you can buy on Amazon to create your Halloween haunted house, and today, I'm walking you through every single piece. My goal was straightforward, to find the most talked about, most viral, and genuinely creepy Halloween gadgets on Amazon. I'm talking about the stuff that promises to make your guests jump and have trick-or-treaters talking about your house all year. So in this video, we're doing it all. The good, the bad, and the terrifying. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which viral gadgets you need to slam into your cart. Let's get into the first one. First up is a gadget I've seen everywhere, and I've been dying to try, the floating LED candles. You know the vibe inspired by that certain magical castle, they're supposed to bring an eerie, mystical, floating light mood to any room. The box says it has 12 candles and a remote, which sounds pretty promising. Let's get these open. Right out of the box, the candles are plastic, which, is expected. They have a decent weight to them, not super flimsy, and a nice, waxy-looking drip effect molded on the sides to make them look a little more real. The flame is just a little plastic nub that flickers. The kit also includes a spool of clear string and adhesive sealing hooks. The remote is fairly standard, featuring an on-off switch, a flicker effect, and a steady light. For around $20, the initial quality feels right. Now for the setup. The idea is simple, tie the clear string to each candle and hang it from the ceiling. The reality? It's a little tedious. You have to cut 12 different lengths of string and then tie these tiny, slippery knots. Quick tip, cut the strings to varying lengths to really sell that floating, staggered effect. The adhesive hooks seem okay, but if you have textured ceilings, you might want to use something a little stronger. It took me a solid 30 minutes to get all 12 hung up and looking right. It's not hard, but it definitely requires some patience. But now, the moment of truth. Let's kill the lights and, whoa. Okay, I have to admit, this is pretty spectacular. The flicker effect on the little LED flames is surprisingly convincing from a distance. They cast a warm, spooky, and moving glow across the undeniably cool room. And using the remote to turn them all on at once? Incredibly satisfying. It completely changes the atmosphere of the space. It instantly goes from a normal room to a wizard's chamber or a haunted hallway. My verdict? These are 100% worth it. For about $20, the visual impact is just off the charts. They're perfect for indoor parties, creating a spooky entryway, or even just adding a touch of magical ambience to your living room for the whole season. They aren't scary in a jump scare way, but for creating a bone-chillingly awesome atmosphere, these are a definite win. The setup is cumbersome, but the payoff is substantial. This is an immediate add to cart. Alright, next up, we've got something that takes the decor from just spooky to genuinely scary. This is the viral Cocoon corpse. I've seen pictures of this thing, and it looks like a total nightmare, in the best way. It's a large, web-wrapped figure that you can hang on the wall. The product description boasts about its high creepiness rating, so my expectations are up there. Unboxing this thing is an experience in itself. It comes all compressed in a plastic bag, and as you pull it out, it just kind of expands. The core feels like a foam body, approximately 5 feet tall. Still, it's completely covered in a thick, layered spider webbing. It's surprisingly lightweight, which is awesome for hanging. You can see hints of a human shape underneath, a head, shoulders, legs, but it's all twisted and wrapped up, which is what makes it so freaky. The webbing feels sticky and fibrous, and there are even a few fake plastic spiders already trapped in it, which is a nice touch. For around $23, the first impression is incredibly effective. Setup could not be easier. There's a sturdy loop at the top of the head, so you can hang it from a tree branch, a porch hook, or in the corner of a room. No joke, it took me 30 seconds to get it out of the bag and hang it from a hook on my porch. Since it's so light, you don't need any heavy-duty hardware. Pro tip, bend it slightly to achieve a more contorted, struggling pose. I've got mine hanging just outside the front door, partially hidden by a column. Now, let's talk scare factor. In the daylight, it's creepy. You see that shape under the webbing, and it's enough to make you do a double take. But at night, with just a little bit of light from a porch light or a spotlight, this thing is terrifying. The way the light catches the webbing and casts shadows makes it look like the victim of some alien monster, just hanging there. It's not an animatronic, it doesn't make noise, but its power is in its stillness. It's pure psychological horror. Guests coming to my door have audibly gasped when they finally notice it. My verdict on the Cocoon corpse? This is an absolute must-have if you're going for a serious scare. It's affordable, takes zero effort to set up, and the fear factor is through the roof. This is not for the friendly ghost vibe, this is for people who want to make the neighborhood kids just a little bit nervous to ask for candy. It's one of the most effective and high-impact decorations you can get for under $25. It totally lives up to the hype.
Hey, quick pause. If you're loving these spooky finds and you want to make sure your house is the most haunted on the block, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button right now. I have even more Halloween content coming, and you won't want to miss it. Alright, let's get back to the gadgets.
Okay, this next one is for anyone who loves a good backyard bonfire in the fall. I was so intrigued when I saw this. It's a ceramic fireproof fire pit skull. The idea is to put this skull inside your fire pit, light it up, and watch as the flames erupt from its eyes and mouth, creating an insanely creepy visual. They offer a few different types and sizes, such as the Cenoling 5-piece metal fire pit skulls. This one's pricier, a little under $100, and it delivered. This is a solid piece of ceramic, clearly built to handle high temperatures. The detail is really impressive, it looks like a genuinely old, weathered skull. The hollowed-out eyes and jaw are perfectly placed for the flames to shoot through. It feels substantial and really well made. There's no setup, you just place it in your fire pit. The instructions instruct you to position it strategically among the logs so that the fire naturally funnels through the openings. The fire pit is now ready. I placed the skull right in the center, surrounded it with kindling and logs, and now waited for the sun to go down. I am so excited to see if this works as well as the pictures look. Let's light it up. Alright, the fire is roaring, night has fallen, and yes. This is absolutely incredible. It works exactly like it's supposed to. Flames are pouring out of the eye sockets, making it look like some demonic thing is staring out from the fire. As the logs shift and the flames dance, the effect changes. Sometimes it looks like it's screaming fire, other times like it's just menacingly glaring at you. It is so much cooler than a regular fire. It adds a whole other level of creepy ambience to the backyard. It's not just a decoration, it's an experience. My verdict: the fireproof fire pit skull is a definite splurge, but it is worth every single penny if you have an outdoor fire pit. It's a total showstopper. This is the kind of thing your friends will be talking about long after your Halloween party is over. It's durable, it requires no real setup, and the effect is a 10 out of 10 on the epic scale. If you want to create a truly memorable and spooky outdoor hangout spot, this is the gadget you need. Last but not least, let us try something a bit more classic, but with that viral twist. These are the peekaboo hanging ghosts. What makes these different from your standard sheet ghost is that they have flexible arms and a lightweight body. This allows you to wrap them around objects, making it appear as if they're peeking out from behind trees or porch columns. They come in a pack of 3 and are extremely affordable, priced between $9 and $15. Unboxing these, you get 3 ghosts. The material is a very thin, gauzy white fabric that's meant to catch the wind. Inside, there's a simple foam head and bendable wire in the arms, and this is key. The posable arms are what make the effect work. They're super lightweight, which is beneficial for placement, but might be challenging on a really windy day. We'll see. For the price, they seem totally fine. The setup is all about your own creativity. There are no hooks or strings, because you're meant to use the ghosts themselves to hold on. I decided to wrap one around a tree in my front yard, positioning its arms so it looks like it's hugging the trunk and peeking out at people walking by. I wrapped another one around a porch post, and the third one I arranged in a large bush near the walkway. The bendable arms work great. You can wrap them around and twist them together to hold the ghost in place. The whole process was fun and quick, 5 minutes for all 3. So how do they look? In the daytime, they're cute, a little spooky. They add a nice touch of classic Halloween spirit. But at night, especially when a little breeze kicks up, they really come to life. The gauzy fabric flows and ripples in the wind, giving it the appearance of floating and moving. And the peeking effect is fantastic. Catching one out of the corner of your eye is genuinely startling. It's a simple, classic scare done perfectly. They don't have lights or sounds, but their movement in the wind is more than enough to create a great effect. My verdict: for under $15, these peekaboo hanging ghosts are an absolute steal. They're incredibly versatile, so easy to set up, and the effect is surprisingly good for something so simple. If you want to add a lot of spooky character to your yard without spending a ton of money or dealing with complicated decorations, these are perfect. They prove you don't always need expensive animatronics for a great scare. A definite recommendation.
And now for the conclusion, but before, let me let you in on something. We have created our Halloween song, and there will be a montage of 2025 Halloween gadgets to select from. The link is below. Remember to like, share and subscribe for more.
And there you have it. 4 of the most viral, most talked about Halloween gadgets from Amazon, all put to the test. So, what's the final word? I'm genuinely impressed. My absolute top pick is the floating LED candles. For the price, the sheer atmospheric impact they provide is unbeatable. It's pure magic. But for pure scare factor, the Cocoon corpse takes the prize. That thing is the stuff of nightmares, and I mean that as the highest compliment. The fire pit skull is the ultimate showstopper for any outdoor host, and the hanging ghosts are the perfect budget-friendly way to spook up your entire yard. Honestly, you can't go wrong with any of these. They all delivered on their promise to take my Halloween game to the next level. My house has officially gone from basic to bone-chillingly epic, and I am so ready for Halloween. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I've put links to every single one of these gadgets in the description below, so you can check them out for yourself. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more of my spooky season shenanigans. Stay spooky, and I'll see you in the next one.